Now, for those who don't know who Tomie is, she is a character from Junji Ito's manga series, which mainly focuses on horror, and Tomie is of course no exception. Almost every man that she encounters becomes obsessed with her, but then eventually they will go full Patrick Bateman, leading to her being hacked apart. And every time that this happens, she will not only come back to life thanks to her regeneration, but also because of her ability to create clones. So with all that being said, Tomie is a menace. She ain't your average Karen. She is a manipulator, but unlike Makima, who will do the most for a specific goal, Tomie will do the most because she can. Here's what I mean. So the first two victims are named Tadashi and Yukiko, and the situation is already bad, cause not only is Yukiko hospitalized, with her needing a kidney transplant, but she's being cheated on. So Tadashi makes an excuse to leave, and then like 12 seconds later,
oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
She catches him in 4K.
Later.
So as she is laying in her bed, coping about the fact that she's being cheated on, Tomie, who calls herself Reiko, comes out of nowhere and starts talking shit. Did you really think that a 4 out of 10 Goomba girl like you deserves to be with my man? And you know what the best part is? That Tadashi agrees with me. He's told me how mid you are, and that you should disappear already.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
It's true. He gives zero shits about you. He always tells me that on our dates.
I'm triggered!
Nah, you want a catfight? So Yukiko is shitting bricks at this point, and she calls the nurse to back her ass up. So Tomie ends up leaving, and it's just like, way to rub in salt on the wound. Tomie already stole her man, then she roasts Yukiko while also explaining to her how she has no chance whatsoever. Yukiko was already damaged physically, and now she's damaged emotionally. So Tadashi comes to see Yukiko the next day, and she won't even stare at him, and then she's like, it's over. So Tomie out here destroying relationships. But it gets worse. As Tadashi and Tomie are out on another date, he starts questioning her about Yukiko. So Tomie straight up lies, saying how the two are great friends, and how Yukiko hooked up with a doctor, and when he calls her out for this, she dumps him on the spot. And then she reveals how her name isn't even Reiko, which is just disrespectful, cause they probably went on who knows how many dates, and knowing Tomie, she probably had him pay for everything, and yet she didn't even care enough to tell him her real name. Bro, even Kazuya got treated better than this. So as Tadashi is heading home, Tomie shows up again, and he's like, what do you want? And Tomie's like, what happened earlier was nothing more than a prank. So she's basically playing around with his feelings at this point. So then she's like, I made an OnlyFans account, and I want you to be the first subscriber. Yeah, it's $20 for every month, but you get some hot feet pics. Alright, I'll give you a $5 discount. So Tadashi loses it, and he hacks Tomie apart, but ends up getting arrested. Of course, she's not actually dead, so not only did dude lose his girlfriend, but he's probably going to have to spend the rest of his life in prison, all because he got played by Tomie. So the third victim is named Mori, but I'ma just call him the painter. So everyone is gassing up the painter, telling him that he's gonna be the next Picasso, thanks to his model Nana, all except one person, that being Tomie. And the painter's like, nah, why isn't she gassing me up? She's probably one of those Karens. But when the painter sees her up close, he's like,
She kinda bad though.
and Tomie's like, you're not as bad as I thought, but you're still pretty mid. And then she just leaves. And the painter's thinking like, alright, she's rude, but still pretty hot. Oh well, it's not like I'm ever going to see her again. So the painter is complimenting his model Nana as much as possible because he's trying to clap those cheeks later. But Tomie once again comes out of nowhere and then starts talking shit. She's like, nah, you're still using this 6 out of 10 old ass model? You told me the only place that Nana should be modeling at is a retirement home, and I gotta agree. Of course the painter tries to deny this, but Nana ends up leaving anyways. And the painter's like, why would you do that? She was an invaluable partner. And Tomie's like, bruh, who needs a 6 when you can have a 10? So he starts doing her painting.
6 hours later.
And when he finally finishes, Tomie, rather than thanking him, or at least offering some approval, instead laughs in his face. And says one of the most egotistical things I have ever heard.
This thing doesn't convey even a fraction of my beauty.
Like, Tomie, it really isn't that bad. So after that, she calls him trash, and then she's like, these next weeks are gonna be tough for you, because you're gonna have to cope with the fact that you will never find another girl as perfect as me. So at this point, the painter has lost his model, his career has been crippled, his pride has been destroyed, and now he's obsessed with painting Tomie.
It's finished.
Stop it. Get some help.
So as he's sitting in a bar, his homie shows up and reveals how Iwata is becoming popular, all thanks to a certain girl. So the painter goes crazy, and he breaks into the guy's house and kills him. Then he meets Tomie again, and she agrees to let him paint her once more. So after he's done, he shows her the painting, and Tomie, being Tomie, slaps it away, calls him the worst artist, and then laughs in his face again. And if I am being fair, the painting is kind of fitting, but the painter loses it and hacks her apart over and over again. So the painter's career truly is over now, and bro is probably going to become even more insane, assuming the police don't get to him first. Now the last victim is named Sukiko, but I'ma call her Photo Girl. So Photo Girl is a hustler, with her taking pictures of male and female students, and then selling those pictures to other male and female students for cash. So this one time, as she is taking photos of her crush, who is named Yamazaki, she sees Tomie. And for Tomie, this was apparently more than enough reason to go after Photo Girl.
I've got you in my sights.
As the very next day, she arrives with her two simps and takes away her photos, with Tomie not snitching on her yet. But the next day, Yamazaki approaches Photo Girl to ask for pictures of Tomie, and Photo Girl agrees, with Tomie herself being enthusiastic about the whole thing. Or so Photo Girl thought. Turns out she was baiting Photo Girl into a trap, cause she did snitch on her. And Photo Girl as a result gets suspended. But when she takes a look at the photos of Tomie, she notices that Tomie is not looking so hot. So Photo Girl decides to get some revenge and distributes the pictures throughout the school. So Tomie does what any calm and rational girl would do in that situation. She orders her two simps and Yamazaki to kill Photo Girl. And it's like, Tomie, you were the one who started all of this, for no real reason as well. Photo Girl was just trying to make a buck. So after barely escaping death, Photo Girl decides to chill at her home. And just when you think maybe Tomie actually gave up, she enters Photo Girl's home and even brings snacks. Tomie then blatantly lies about having goons, and then proceeds to tell her a story about her family, all in order to try and bait her to come back to her place, so she can probably kill her there. But Photo Girl ain't dumb, and she decides to roast Tomie for being a liar. She's like, you delusional, zombie-looking, compulsive liar, fake-ass girl, you need to get your body checked, cause something ain't right. So Tomie freaks out and gets hacked apart by her two simps, but of course she does live, and just the fact that she tracked down Photo Girl, brought snacks, and tried to play off her initial murder attempt while also telling her a story just to bait an attempt to murder her once more is crazy. But that's about it. Tomie out here destroying relationships, ruining careers, and trying to kill people just because she wants to. And the best part is, this is only scratching the surface of her pettiness. Manga readers know what I'm talking about. So, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe as it really does help the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib? Fuck you. Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got.